All right, everyone, welcome to our spring year one Let's Play of Stardew Valley. I am here with my good friend Big Davrick, and we're going to be doing a run through starting on day 4. I hope you enjoy. Do 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 do.
Join game.
Ooh, I have mail.
I have mail.
Advertisement. Get out of here, Joe Jamart.
Okay,
Freaking
so we're on the
spam.
4th day of spring currently.
Yes.
The
Okay.
festival happens on the 13th, where we
Mhm.
can buy the strawberry seeds, which is where we're going to want to dump all our money. So when we go to harvest our crops, when we go to buy more crops, we need to pay attention to how many days we have left. So that way we're harvesting before. I also need to find out if the 13th is what day is Pierre closed? It's Wednesdays, right?
Wednesdays Piers closed.
So
Tuesdays
we
is
need to
when we
make
can't reach
sure.
any of the ladies.
Okay, yeah. So we need to make sure that the 12th isn't a Wednesday. If it's a Wednesday, then we need to take that into account. Ideally, we want to have our crops ready to sell straight to Pierre the day before the festival, so that way we have the full amount of money, so we can just immediately get crops started,
Yeah,
um, or we can immediately get the strawberries started, and we'll ride the strawberries out for the rest of
spring.
spring. And we can add kale and whatnot if we have excess money as well.
Okie dokie.
So I think that's the game plan.
Sounds
The
good to
immediate
me.
game plan. Actually, while we're doing this, since all the crops did get watered, I'm gonna go actually check the calendar at Pierre's and see.
Okay, I'm gonna come with you just so everybody can see.
Okay, dog. Grab this parsnip.
Oop, I'm getting this dandelion as a snack later.
Well, I'm getting
Yeah, well,
that
I'm getting this
dandelion.
other dandelion. Oh, and this parsnip. Oh, and this other parsnip. Oh, it's a leak.
I mean, it's not a bad thing for us to do because it gets foraging up, so
Yeah.
we really should be checking that, especially on rainy days, since we have most of the farm. Okay, so the 13th is a Saturday, so the 12th is on a
Friday.
Friday, so we should be able to sell to him on the 12th. Well, we will, let's, I'm actually gonna sell these herbs to him
Herbs.
for a little bit of money.
Okay. I think it's also important to note, I think that a lot of people get into Stardew on their first, week of Stardew just because in your journal it says introductions and that you need to meet 28 people. There's absolutely no rush to do that.
Yeah.
You get a little coinage at the end, I believe, but there's really no rush to do that. You really want to focus on your farm. I think that's super important to note because I do think a lot of people get in and they're like, oh my god, I need to beat everybody in the first day right away, and then they waste an entire day of farming.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think the game's called Stardew Valley. The whole point of the game, the main point of the game is to farm. So I think getting your farm, at least getting it up and running, I think that's really important. Also, I mean, it kind of could just be me. It's my style. I think trying to get a rough plan of how you want your farm laid out is a good idea, just so you know for expanding, like where you're going. It helps with placing buildings later,
Yeah.
which
Did
is the
you
main
want
reason I've stoned out an outline of our first section of farm.
Yeah, did you want to explain to everyone kind of what the game plan is for this farm, for just like a basic
Yeah.
game plan for year 1, year 2, and year 3?
Yeah, so for the 1 year plan, we're following the priority order of parsnips, kale, strawberries for spring. So when all these get done growing and whatnot, we're gonna start shifting into kale. Granted, this is all gonna be dependent on how much time we have until that festival that I was talking about earlier for getting the strawberries, because they're the best crop money wise for spring. Um, but we're gonna go into blueberries in the summer, and then we're gonna go into cranberries in the fall. And the main reason we go with berry bushes is because they're renewable. Once you plant them, they're down. And they just keep producing, and you just have to go harvest, but then you don't have to replant them all season. So they're a really good return on investment because you spend a lot of money up front, but then you never have to spend the money again, and they just keep producing all season long. It's just a little less that you have to worry about, because then you don't have to worry about tilling that ground again and whatnot. And then if you're using fertilizer, which we will be once we have that unlocked, you don't have to reapply your fertilizer. You only have to do it once per season, usually. But the main plan for the first year, and granted you don't have to do this on your first playthrough, you can enjoy the game how you want to, but for the first year, we're focusing on farming. We're not worried about fishing. We're not worried about mining.
We're not worried about
At least in the first 3
relationships.
seasons. We're not worried about relationships, because honestly, like in real life, relationships require a lot of effort. So we can use that. We can put that effort towards getting
Farming.
ourselves set up. Because the big thing we're trying to do is acquire enough coins in the first year, and then nothing can grow in the winter. If this is your first time playing, that's something to note. You can't grow any plants in the winter. Not at the beginning of the game. Later on, you'll have ways to get around it. But in the beginning of the game, winter is just a dead season for planting. So you need to plan for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend all winter mining. We're going to go to the mines. We're going to level up our combat, level up our mining. We're going to collect copper. We're going to collect silver. I think it's silver and gold. And we're going to try to get as much of that as possible while stockpiling our money from the first 3 seasons. And hopefully, by the time winter is done, we will have enough money saved up and we'll have enough coin to then be able to make sprinklers to start automating our farm so we don't have to water anymore. And then once your farm's automated, the second year you can focus on getting your crops for the community center. You can focus on fishing if you want to. You can focus on relationships. Once you start getting the sprinklers down, and to be clear, we're talking the second tier of sprinkler. We're not even going to bother with the first tier because it only waters 4 tiles. We want the quality sprinkler that waters all tiles around the sprinkler, and that's going to be the best investment for our money. And then the game really opens up, because then you don't have to worry about watering your crops. You just have to worry about initial planting and fertilizing. And since we're doing bushes for everything, we don't have to worry about replanting, except in the spring. I think in the spring, that's the only season where we probably have to deal with a lot of replanting, because I don't think there's a reliable way, besides until we get a seed maker, to be able to renew our strawberries. Granted, they do have the egg festival every year on the 13th.
But until we complete the stuff in the community center, we can't get our greenhouse, correct?
I
think that's how you get your greenhouse.
Yeah, I believe so.
And when you get your greenhouse, then you can start growing those crops in the winter, like strawberries and stuff.
Yeah.
I think you can grow
What's nice
anything
about
in
the greenhouse is it lets you grow any crop from any season. So if you wanted to grow fall crops in the spring, you can do it in the greenhouse. But yeah, the main thing is that you're able to grow during the winter. Eventually, you'll start growing star fruit and strange fruit plants, and those are where a lot of the money comes in later on. And the best place to put those is in your greenhouse, because the greenhouse also isn't susceptible to crows, although we're going to have everything scarecrowed, so it shouldn't be an issue. But you don't have to worry about lightning strikes hitting your crops or any of that stuff. So it's just a lot safer to do it that way.
Do you have any pine cones on you?
No, I only have an acorn.
Okay, I only have 2 pine cones, so I can only make 2 field snacks. But I'll give one to you.
Well, we should probably just hold on to him for now. I'm good to go
Okay.
to bed now
Me
because
as well.
we kind of just want to get these crops rolling out and whatnot. So
Light my fireplace for the mood. For the mood. Ooh, foraging. I can make a survival burger. Fiber.
Oh, also, if you're new to Stardew, don't forget to check your TV every day, because later on, when you're able to upgrade your house, you'll be able to get a kitchen, and sometimes there is the cooking show,
Yeah. Oh, there's a
and
crow.
it unlocks recipes.
God, what a
It's
little
okay.
shit.
The reason the crow always shows up at this time, and the reason he shows up is because you're able to now sell your goods, and the following day, granted, I should have left you some so you could get some farming XP, but I'll be able to make
It's
the
okay, I'm watering the
Scarecrow.
crops, so.
Yeah. I'll be able to make the Scarecrow, and the way that I've designed this modular farm, the Scarecrow is going to cover all of our tilled area we have here. Okay, so the kale takes 6 days, so we're going to get the kale, and there are 7 days until the Friday before the festival, so this should be ready 1 day before the festival. The parsnips, I think, only take 4 days. So, if we if we spend a little time foraging for the wild stuff and sell it, we can start buying parsnips because they're only 20. And as long as we are planting the parsnips, as long as they're planted a couple days out,
I join Vow's farm.
we'll have to make another cabin.
I am deeply upset that you would not consider me joining the farm.
We were
Out of the gate.
Well, the reason we didn't do it for 2 farmers is because we weren't sure where it was going to initially place the cabins, and we had the specific layout that we wanted, and so we were like, we'll just move the things when we can. So we should probably. We have the stone. Do you want to take that 40 stone? I think it's only 10 stone. If you take the 40 stone up to Robin.
Yep. I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I would say just leave my cabin where it's at currently because we have. Actually.
I think I can move your cabin.
If you can move my cabin, so it's literally next to the dog bowl. Let me chop some of this down here. That should be out of the way for our crafting zone.
Move buildings.
And then you can put his cabin in the same spot we put it in the last game. Because
okay, you want yours
where
next to the dog bowl.
Yeah, let me cut this tree down. I don't think it's in the way, but let me get it up as close as you can to the fence up there, as it'll let you. And then for his cabin, just put it over by the deposit bin.
Yes, put me in the corner.
Oh, by the way, I got 2 pine cones, so when you get done with that,
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Pierre's and sell some of this forage and try to pick up some more parsnip seeds.
Hey, we need 100 gold to build him a cabin.
Oh, we need 100 gold? Okay, let me see what I can sell here. I might be able to sell it. I think because one of these is Silver Star, so I think this will be 100. Give me a sec. There we go.
Beautiful. And then you said to the right of my house, right where his bin was
like
before.
next to the deposit bin. Anywhere over there is fine. I didn't plot anything besides the cabin for that little corner, so.
Brother, I too wish to join Utopian.
Beautiful. I'll just meet Maru while I'm here. I won't marry you again, I promise. You sucked on the phone.
Now, to be very clear, to the people watching. If you're solo farming, this works really, really, really well. You're gonna see on the Let's Play with 3 people, there's gonna be like we're gonna finish a lot of stuff really, really fast. We're still gonna sleep, but we're probably gonna go to bed with way more energy than you as a single player are
Well,
gonna
Yeah,
have. But
sharing load.
that's why your only focus is clear, till, plant, water, sleep for the first year. Then you'll be able to get your farm automated. It becomes stress-free. And then year 2, like I was saying, you can focus on your community center crop.
Oh boy, 5 a.m.
5 p.m., brother. 5 p.m.
Just let me know when I join.
you can join.
I can?
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
should
built
be
your
good
house
to
a
go.
minute ago.
Oh.
I don't know how long they take to grow, so I'm not gonna do a huge plot of them, but I'm gonna plant these 6 wild seeds we have.
Okay, I have 2 more
Just
if you
because we're
want.
not going to, yeah, that would be perfect. Because I'm going to do it in this little section down here. If you just want to plant them in this little section that I'm doing, because I'm noticing I still have plenty of stamina. Also, for the viewers, you need to gauge your stamina and then do your farm off of that. So if you're starting to run out of stamina just watering your crops and it's getting really low, probably don't add on to your farm anymore. Because if your farm gets too big, you're not going to have time to sleep and water everything. So speaking of time, we should go to bed.
Oh, sweet. Hey, since I joined, I got more parsnip seeds.
Nice.
Okay, we'll go to bed. As soon as you eat it, go to bed.
And I'm going to bed. So it wasn't worthless.
Fertilizer and the Scarecrow, so I can make the Scarecrow now. Check the TV.
Brother.
Cassie, you go. Actually, I think it's better if we stack the farming skills, so let me gather everything just so that way, before you plant those parsnips, I should see how much fertilizer I can make.
The music.
Just so that way we can guarantee the sprinklers. Plus, that's how the solo people are gonna have it anyways. Fertilizer is 2 sap. We have a ton of that, so I'm going to make a bunch of fertilizer. Alright, brother, if you want to plant your parsnips up here in the fertilized section.
Yes, comrade.
And then Saturday, homie should be open. I'm gonna put our fertilizer.
Water these both days.
If you find any pine cones, put them in the bin.
Can we talk about how you start the game with a full watering can? Where does that come from?
The bum.
Questions.
Scarecrow is placed. That's going to take care of our crow problem. Shouldn't lose any more crops to that. What else can be crafted right now? Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Okay. Alright, I'm going to run to Pierre's.
Aye, aye.
Try to pick up some more kale. I think we still have time. Day 6. Takes 6 days, which means maybe not, because I don't think this day counts. So I'm going to get parsnips, maybe? Well, no. Decisions. Because they'll be ready to harvest the day of the festival. You know what? We'll try it. I'll get the kale seeds. And, because there's the potential that we can sell the kale to the guy that sells the strawberry seeds. I don't think you can, but I also don't think I've ever tried.
Okay.
So, worst case scenario, we can't get quite as many strawberries, but they're going to keep producing all season, and we'll be able to buy more kale to supplement what we weren't able to buy. Let me get that fertilizer out of the chest when you're done. Also, fertilize. Don't fertilize. It's so cheap to get base fertilizer.
Yeah.
You're only hurting yourself.
You're only making the means of production worse.
Because you should be clearing, and all those trees are going to give you sap the entire time, so there's no excuse. You're going to have sap, and there's no use for sap in this early in the game besides torches.
And oh yeah, only torches, yeah.
Torches and fertilizer.
Zoom! Are you going so fast?
I'm not. I'm going very slow.
I found a rusty spur.
Let's see. Stone, and then I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stone paths. Why are you going so slow?
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Did you
Just
pass
go
out?
lay in your bed.
No.
Don't go to sleep, but just go lay in your bed.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put all the stuff in the. Oops. There we go.
So don't go to sleep for the night. I also have to rest, so
Honestly, we can go to sleep for the night if you want.
go lay in your bed. What are you doing out here? Go lay in your bed.
Go to bed, Mom. Don't yell at me. I'll watch TV.
Beautiful.
It's gonna be hot tomorrow. Fortune teller
So-
says.
Now I will grab wood.
Extra lucky tomorrow.
You better lay in your bed.
1, 2, 3.
No, don't
4,
go to
5.
bed. Go lay in your bed.
I mean, he can do that. He can do that too. It'll be
Okay.
fine. Let's see. Put this here. This here.
Why are you yelling at me? Oh, that's neat. That's an update. Your energy goes up passively as you lay in your bed. I'm already at 45 energy.
That's what we were
Yeah.
talking about. If you just literally go in your bed and then you hit don't go to sleep, it'll regain your energy. So you don't have to hit yes, go to sleep. You can just
Oh, I need to harvest a parsnip so I can get some more money.
It's not a big deal right now.
I know, I'm just saying. Let me touch a parsnip.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
This looks good.
Sleepy.
Alright. To bed, and I will end this episode.
What's
Very
up?
Good.
Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this spring year 1. I hope you enjoyed just as much as I did. And if you did enjoy it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and don't be afraid to hit the thumbs up as well. If you are new here, my Twitch is CassieTheAstronaut. I stream on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. Love you.